Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com, who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. I'm really busy with a lot of work in relation to the jobs in the Middle East. There are plenty of jobs that have come up, so I'm busy with that. So that is why I'm not making a proper video with a microphone and all that. I'm just really busy. But because many of you have been asking me about this Prophet Muhammad cartoons and boycotting the French goods, people have asked me, what is my opinion about this? So I just thought I'll answer this. Now, first things first, okay? We need to understand, like, where is this problem happening? This problem is happening in the West. It's happening in places like France. It's happening like in places like United States, okay? It's not happening in Saudi. It's not happening in Iran. It's not happening even in Pakistan, okay? So if it is happening in the West, they follow the Western values, the Western system, the Western laws. And these people who are getting offended are from the East, are Muslims. So the first question that comes to my mind is, if you are a Muslim and you're from the East and you're going to the West, shouldn't you learn to inculcate to the values of the country that you're going to, rather than asking the country to change to your values? That's the first thing. Huh? The second thing is, why the hell are you going to the East? See, if you're Irani, if you're Yemeni, if you're Afghani, if you're Pakistani, why don't you stay in your own Muslim country? Why are you coming to a foreign country that has Western values? And after coming to that country, you're getting upset with them. You're asking them to change. In fact, in the UK, these Muslims are asking, Muslim Pakistanis or Muslim Afghanis or whomsoever has come to the UK, they are asking UK to change to the Sharia law. I mean, you ran away from your own country that follows Sharia law, that follows Islam, and you came to the West to have a better life, and now you're asking the West to change to the same thing that you ran away from. That's one thing, okay? The next one is, if you don't like the country, why don't you just leave? You can't do this drama in Iran. You can't do it in Pakistan. You can't do it in Afghanistan. In fact, they don't allow you to have free speech. Then why the hell are you destroying the West that has free speech? Okay. Now the next point is free speech. What does free speech mean? Free speech means you can say whatever you like. Now, obviously, you'll say, "Oh, does that mean I can abuse your parents? Does that mean I can talk bad about?" Go ahead. For me. You can talk bad about me. You can talk bad about my family, my wife, my children, whatever. Go ahead. It's your freedom. I choose to accept or not to accept what you say. Now, obviously, then you say, "Roy, what about death threats?" Here's my answer. Death threats is not right. But what's even more wrong is Muslims not giving death threats are actually committing the crime. That's even more serious. Now, the third point. Now, they offended the Muslims by burning the Quran, by drawing the Prophet. In fact, here's my question. Nobody knows how the Prophet looks like. Then why the fuck are you guys getting offended, man? Nobody knows how he looks like. Nobody has an idea. Then why the fuck are you getting angry? I mean, if you don't know how he looks like, then How can you be? It's like, for example, you draw a photograph of my mother and say, see, she looks like this. And you don't even know how she looks. I mean, it'll sound odd, right? And on top of that, it's not a proper cartoon. It's like a 4-year-old or 5-year-old child drawing something, and you're getting offended by that. I mean, that shows a level of tolerance, that shows a level of maturity that you have, that your religion has, that you can't accept a cartoon, man. If someone drew Mickey Mouse and said, your wife looks like this, I would laugh. If someone said, your God looks like that, I'd be like, my God doesn't look like that. Why are you guys getting offended? See, use your common sense. If, let's say, many people on YouTube call me, they abuse me. They say my wife looks like a lady boy, looks like a horse. Some say my kid looks ugly. Some people have even Indians and Pakistanis have said, how much to have sex with your wife or how much to have sex with your baby. Okay. I've left those comments exactly the way it is. I don't take it seriously. These people are nothing and nobody to me, and it doesn't matter. You can abuse me. Oh, what the fuck is on your face? Or look at your upbringing. You're pathetic. People have even said, I'm glad you got raped. They're telling me they're glad I got raped, molested as a child. That's their opinion. Fine. You have a right to your opinion. But just imagine if I would start getting angry and what stupidity. So I think you need to have a little bit of maturity and common sense not to feel upset with this nonsense. Okay. Now, coming to the next part is respecting religion. Now, you'll obviously say, Loy, but religion should be respected. All religions should be respected. See, personally, with me, I don't care what religion you follow, what you believe. You can do whatever you like. But now let's say there is a stupid idea. Let's say kissing a cow or kissing a rat, snake, or drinking cow piss. Even Muslims drink camel urine. Okay, they mix it with milk. I saw one video. These are stupid ideas. These are bad ideas. I mean, a god that looks like an elephant, a god that looks like a rat, a god that looks like a cow, a god that looks like a sky god, a god that is hanging on a cross. These are all ideas. And people should be allowed to debate, discuss, and even make fun of bad ideas. Like, for example, Prophet Muhammad, 50-year-old, 50 plus, married a 6-year-old or 12-year-old girl, 6-year-old, whatever. Now, maybe in the olden days, that was acceptable. Today, it's considered pedophilia. It's not acceptable. What was once acceptable in the past is no longer acceptable. In those days, it was acceptable to chop people's hand, to cut people's necks, to stone them to death. That was in the past. Now, when you bring something barbaric of the past into the present and you try to justify and reason it, doesn't make sense. For example, being gay, being homosexual, transgender, those things were considered like, being like a freak, being abnormal. Today, people understand science has come in and it has understood this is a normal genetic issue. Okay. So we have to evolve with times. Even today in Iran, in Saudi, they kill people for being gay. They're not hurting anyone. They're not harming anyone. They're not troubling anyone. They're just having a relationship with another person. But these people are like, no, why are you doing that? And they interfere in their lives and they end up killing them. For what? See, once upon a time, especially for Islam, because men used to go to fight wars and women were at home, so men would die faster. There were more women than men. So they permitted one man to marry 4 women and to make sure that they got them pregnant, that they would have many children. Those days, quality of education was not a problem, was not a primary concern. Just train them for war, put them for agriculture. So the more children you would have, the more helping hands you would have. But today, when you have a child, there is an expense. You have to send them to school. You have to pay for their finances. So that is why it's recommended to have only, one child or, how much you can manage. In fact, they even tell you don't get married because it's not easy. Times have changed. But these religious concepts of have more children, multiply more so that our religion will grow more, that is outdated. In fact, let me ask you, this God of every religion who is to appear magically in front of people, why is he not appearing anymore? Today, when there are cameras, when there is way to take evidence of their existence, why they don't appear? Those days when there were no cameras, they were appearing left, right, and center in front of people. Today, they don't appear at all. See, today you need to use a little bit of common sense. You need to question, not be like sheep. Okay, and for that you need to use a little bit of this. I mean, what sense does it make if someone falls in love with a person of another religion? You stone them to death, you kill them, honor killings. You leave the religion, I will kill you, or the family kills them, and it's a matter of pride. I mean, what nonsense! Like, you welcome people into your religion; it's a religion of peace. But if they leave you, you want to kill them. And here's another thing: if all these religions have texts which are, they're not straightforward language. They are in some kind of ooga booga kind of bloody language. And the Quran is written in Arabic. Why? Did God know only one language? Did he only know how to speak Arabic? He didn't know how to speak any other language? I mean, what kind? And if you actually look at the Abrahamic religions, they're only situated in the Middle East. It's like 6,000 years of God's existence was only in the Middle East. It was not in China. It was not in the US. It was not in Australia. It was nowhere. From Adam and Eve to Noah to everyone else was only in the Middle East. In fact, there's no mention of any bloody dinosaur. Where is a dinosaur in the Bible? Oh, there's no dinosaur mentioned. Noah's Ark, there was no dinosaur. And even Noah's Ark, how do you build a bloody boat like that? You can't. See, today's science has proved that these religious concepts are nonsense. But fine, you want to believe it? I'm saying go ahead and believe it. That's no problem. But hurting and harming others in the name of religion, that's nonsense. And this great theory that I feel offended, it's my right. No, fuck you. You feel offended, it's your fucking problem, man. If you're offended, it's your fucking problem. Oh, it's offensive. Fuck your offense. Who the fuck cares about you feeling offended? It's as if you deserve respect. No, you need to earn your fucking respect, man. And then comes this thing about these cartoons. Fine, you made a cartoon, but then what is the response? The best response would be ignore it. For example, Jesus Christ. So many people draw funny things about Jesus Christ. Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. Why do you think nobody bothers? Because they know if I do, draw a diagram of Jesus funny, nobody's going to care. But why do they draw about Islam? Because you guys overact. You guys react. Not just react. It's fucking overact, man. That is why, they are reacting. If nobody bothered, they would get tired. You'd say, fuck this, yeah. If someone burns the Quran, they burn the Quran, we'll kill him. If someone talks about Allah, we will kill him. If someone, draws some cartoon, we will kill him. What the fuck, yeah? Come on, man. Grow the fuck up, yeah. Just ignore. I'm telling you, just ignore. You ignore, they'll realize, fuck, there's no reaction. Why the fuck am I even doing it? They'll move on. And if you really want people to believe you're a religion of peace, then show it, no? I know what you're going to say. Loy, but there are 2 billion people in the world. They are not doing anything. No, but they're keeping quiet. See, have a look at Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Have a look at Erdoğan, Turkey. Have a look at all the Arab states. How many of them have actually condemned the Muslims who are murdering? How many of them? Nobody has said anything. Imran Khan, has he condemned the act of that Muslim guy killing? No, he didn't condemn that. Rather, he condemned, you are you are being Islamophobic. They are not bothered about a life being killed, but they are bothered about an idea. Even Turkey's Erdoğan, he didn't find anything wrong with the killing. He just found wrong on the comments. And what did the French president say? The French president didn't say Islam is evil. He did not say all Muslims are bad. He just said Islam is in crisis. It has an issue that has to be sorted out. And the teacher who got killed, he was just giving an example of free speech to discuss. He wasn't even saying that, let's draw like Charlie Hebdo. No, he was not doing anything. See, it is the problem of these few Muslims who are killing that is giving Islam a bad name. And what's even more is the moderate Muslim, most of them who are quiet, are approving of this. They're like, very good. But deep down, they are happy, but they don't want to show anyone. So you're equally bad. When you don't criticize, means you're equally bad. Let's say I see a girl getting raped. I don't say anything. I just keep quiet. I don't criticize also. You're part of the problem, man. So this is the problem with that religion. This religion is such whereby, in fact, if you see UAE and Sharia law, or you see Qatar, you see Saudi, you see all these Arab countries, if they rape a woman, the woman gets jailed. Wrap your head around this. If a woman gets raped, the woman gets jailed. In some Arab countries, if you kidnap a woman and rape her, she has to marry you. In some countries, if you kidnap a woman, she has to marry you. In some Afghanistan and this Taliban and all this, 40, 50, 60-year-old men marrying 9-year-old. In fact, I have this video that YouTube banned. This Muslim preacher, I have the video. I'll share. I shared it with my group. I'll share it with you if you want. This Muslim preacher literally says, when a girl child is born, she can be consummated for a man's desires because she is meant to be the servant of a man. There's another Muslim preacher who says a man should have as many concubines as he wants because women are meant to be a slave for man. I'm not faking this. Actual videos I got, which I'll share it with you. I even have these disturbing videos which they are stoning one girl to death. It's so graphic, man. And then there is another video where this Afghani guy, he goes to a place and he takes a 6-year-old girl for marriage, and all the brothers and sisters are crying and the small children are crying. And that man, he gives this child, it's your wife. Think. In fact, I had a discussion with one guy in my group, Muslim guy from India. He was saying something about Islam being a religion, peace, and all that stuff, and he was disagreeing with my views. I just asked him, is it your prophet? What age did he marry Aisha? He said, you know the answer. He didn't answer. So I said, give me the answer. He said, why are you asking me? You can get the answer. I said, no, you're a Muslim. You answer. We kept going back and forth. I kept saying, no, you tell me how old is she. Finally, he said, okay, fine. After, I think, nearly 20 minutes, he said, he's 50 plus or something, and he didn't say her age. He said she's prepubescent or pubescent or whatever. See, imagine, they're ashamed to even say about this. Okay. Finally, I Google searched and I got him the exact age. She was 6 or 9 or whatever. And his age 50 plus. The next question I asked him is it right for a 50-year-old man to marry a 6-year-old girl? He didn't answer that question. We went on and on. He said, why are you asking this question? He's saying, what has that got to do with anything? Do you understand Islam? Do you know that after he got married to her, he didn't touch her? He kept going on and he didn't answer the question. My question was very simple. Is it all right for a 50-year-old man to marry a 6-year-old child? And he said, it depends on the situation. Please make me understand. What fucking situation is it okay for a 50-year-old man to marry a 6-year-old baby, to marry as a wife, to have sex? What situation is okay? Please explain, enlighten me. What situation? And then this is the question which I ask almost everyone. I ask them, if you had a 6-year-old daughter, is it okay for a 50-year-old man to marry that daughter of yours, to have sex with your daughter? You'll be surprised when I tell you this. I've even got guys who said, if Allah says, it's okay. Hear it again, huh? If Allah says, it's okay for a 50-year-old man to have sex with my 6-year-old daughter. That's what they have told me. Let that sink into your head to make you understand how sick these minds are. In a normal circumstance, we would never do it. But when religion is factored in, when religion or when a god is factored in, it's okay to do the most disgusting things on the planet in the name of God and religion. Now, do you understand why people hate religion? Now, that doesn't mean all Muslims are bad. That doesn't mean every religion is bad. That doesn't mean atheists are good. Okay? I have spoken to Muslims. I have Muslim friends. I've spoken to them. The ones who are friends with me totally dislike these kind of stuff. And many of them are gay and they drink and smoke and live and let live. However, there are many who just keep quiet or don't like this. The problem is when you're inculcated into religion from a very small age, you cannot change the person. And this is the biggest problem with religion. In fact, let me tell you, in most of these countries in the West, these Muslim mullahs and all that, they literally drill it in their head that their religion is superior, that it's the true religion. All other religions are fake. So when you have this kind of upbringing and teaching, what do you expect? And now coming to Islamophobia. Phobia is fear, and Islamophobia, fear of Islam. What is there to fear about Islam? Tell me. Other than the evil actions of these people. What is that? What? Are we afraid of the Quran? No. Are we afraid of your teachings? No. Do I find anything so great in Islam? No, absolutely nothing. Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, nothing. It's just a way of life. So what is there to fear? What people are afraid of is the bloody violence. Chopping the head and shouting. Google search. Chopping the head and shouting, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. What is this? How come we don't hear people saying Jesus Christ and chopping people's head? Jesus Christ and Mother Mary and chopping people's head. Why only Allahu Akbar and chopping head? I've never heard Durga Ma and Jai Shri Ram and chopping people's head. No. See, I'm not trying to say that all Muslims are bad. I'm not saying that, Islam is, every Muslim on the planet is doing bad. But the majority of problems are right now, which are being highlighted, are with Islam. I mean, show me an example which other religion has, if you draw a photograph of a prophet or a teacher, that they actually cut your head off. Show me an example. Now, I know what people are going to say. Why? What about Christianity in this country? What about forced marriage? Just because there is shit going on other religions doesn't mean it's okay to have with your religion. Okay? So let's get that clear. Now, this boycotting, about the French people boycotting. Now, I totally understand the fact that people whose religious sentiments are hurt, they will boycott the goods. If someone were to insult, let's say, your family or your children or your parents, and then you're not going to go and buy their products, I totally understand that. And it's a free world. You're free to choose and decide whether you want to buy or don't want to buy. Okay. But having said that, okay, here's my point. If you're so religious, if you're so much of Islam values, so much, how come you're buying American products when Donald Trump said Muslims will be banned? How come you are using Facebook and Twitter when it's being run by Jewish powers? How come you're using all these countries and technology which is not Islamic, which doesn't support Islam? You're okay with that? You're okay to use, you don't want to use French products, but you can use American products. And here's the thing, if you're so holy, China is committing these crimes against these Uyghur or whatever Muslims. Why don't you stop using every Chinese product, from Apple iPhones because they use Chinese components, to every other product? Why only French? What is French product? Cheese and makeup. See, there you're being a fucking hypocrite, right? Because oh, those are fucking essentials. The computer is essential. The internet is essential. Facebook is essential. Chal, let's keep quiet about that. Oh, America, oh, we have to suck their balls, yeah. Oh, we'll keep quiet there. When Donald Trump said Muslims are banned, what happened? You lost your balls somewhere? You lost your courage? The French one, you're jumping? In fact, if you Muslims are so much, Imran Khan is talking so much, he's so brave. Why the fuck is he going and, sucking the cock of China? Why is he dancing to Saudi? This is called being fucking two-faced. Okay? And all these so-called Muslim people who are talking so big, you think they are holy? In fact, about UAE itself, I posted this video. They're talking so much about Islam and this and that. Just go into Dera or the nightlife, from alcohol being available to nightclubs to prostitutes. What the fuck are we talking here? So in the end, what is the conclusion? See, not everything that anyone does is meant to make you feel good. Okay? There are people who agree with me. There are people who disagree with me. There are people who like me. There are people who hate me. Dialogue or debate doesn't have to be like you have to like everything. And not everything what you cannot debate and discuss. Oh, that is Islamophobic. Oh, that is offensive. Oh, that we have today transgender community. We have the Black Lives Matter. We have this today's youngsters. We have from Islam to Hinduism to Christianity. We have all these snowflakes, as they call it. They feel hurt for anything and everything. I would just say that, I miss the 80s and 70s where people had real balls. They really had the ability to, if someone hurts your feelings, fuck you, Today, oh, I feel offended. Oh, it hurts my feelings. Oh, violence is not the answer. Okay, if you don't want to debate, don't want to discuss, fine. You don't want to talk, I can understand. But don't go around thumping your chest and saying, no, that Islamophobic, or it's sexophobic, or it's racism, and all. Shut the fuck up, man. Even people crack a joke, oh, he used the N-word, oh, the B word, or the C word, or the F word. What the fuck, yeah? It's like you're fucking children, man. People used to say before Negro, they used to use the word Negro, they used to use, you see rap artists, black rap artists, they say, hey, nigger, hey, Negro. They use it. In comedy clubs, they use it. I don't see people crying, oh, he's a Negro. People, when they talk about me being Indian, they say, hey, fucking Indian, hey, third-class Indian. Yeah, I respond to them. I tell them, ass wipe. You don't fucking wipe your ass. Don't fucking talk, because your fucking mouth smells worse than your fucking ass, man. And how do you know that your ass smells? Because standing there itself, you smell like fucking shit. It's common sense. When you shit, you wash your hand with soap. Because when you eat, you wash your hand with soap. So when your asshole brings out shit, you don't wash it with soap. You don't wash it with water. You just, with a tissue. Then why don't you wipe your hand with a tissue? The smell doesn't go. The dirt doesn't go. The germs don't go. Even, in fact, today with the coronavirus, you put alcohol, sanitize. So, see, this is where common sense and logic comes in. I'm not trying to say the West is so great and so modern. I'm not saying the East is bad and worse. All I'm saying is use your fucking common sense, man. Violence is not the answer. Killing people is not the answer. You want to boycott? Go ahead and boycott. You have all the right in the world. Don't use a single fucking product from France. But then, follow the same policy. Don't use anything from US, because they have said Muslims are banned. Don't use anything from China, because they are, converting forced conversions of Muslims. Don't use the iPhone. Don't use the internet. Don't use Facebook. You cherry pick. Oh, Islam talks of love, but I'll ignore this verse. Oh, he spoke bad about Islam, but he's powerful. I'll ignore him. That's fucking being a coward. So this is my opinion. I just feel this whole fucking thing is just blown out of proportion for no fucking reason. What that man did was fucking wrong. To kill someone is wrong. To make fun of an idea is not wrong. To make fun of all these concepts is not wrong. You don't like something, fucking ignore it. But killing, taking the law in your hands, killing is wrong. So that's as far as I believe. For me, France is doing the right thing. It's their country. Just as Iran has its laws, Saudi has its laws. You don't like Saudi, don't stay there. You don't like France, its laws, get the fuck out. Don't ask France to change. Oh, I want to wear the burqa. Oh, this is my free right and all that. No, it's a law of France. When you go to Saudi, you can't say, oh, I don't want to wear the burqa. I'll roam around half naked. No, it's not allowed. You respect the country that you go to, you follow the laws. Same way, when you Muslim, Arabs, or whomsoever goes to the West, you follow the laws. Respect the country. Otherwise, don't fucking stay there. Don't go to the West for a better standard of living and then complain about, oh, their laws and all that. No. In fact, I was so glad that when one guy from the Moroccan guy or whatever, Egyptian guy or something, very well educated doctor, he got the citizenship. The Canadian or something went to shake his hand. He refused to shake hands. He said, this goes against my religious values. They refuse citizenship. Very good. You need to deport such people out because they're not getting into the system. They want to create their own. No, if you can't get along, get out. So these are my views, man. These are my views. This is what I had to say. Let me know your thoughts. Like I always say, free speech should always be allowed. You may not like something, you may not like an idea, but that doesn't mean... See, free speech is not about whatever I say, you should enjoy it, you should love it, you should feel very happy. No, that's kissing ass. That's not fucking free speech. You have a right to offend someone. You have a right to say something that you disagree. You have a right to make fun. Go ahead. That's called free speech. I'm not talking of death threats, killing someone. No. But what's even worse and what majority of the people are ignoring, especially these moderate Muslims, they're not talking of the murder. They're not talking of killing. No, why? Because deep down, they're very happy. Oh, he killed. Someone insulted my prophet. He deserved to die. Have a look at these interviews. All these, third world countries. Allah Akbar, oh, very good, he died. Yes. Remember what I said. All Muslims are not bad. I have plenty of Muslim friends whom they disagree with me. They disagree with what I say. They tell me Islam is a religion of peace. Fine. I speak to even Hindu people. I speak to even Christian people. We disagree. But we don't go around, hurting, killing, murdering people. You'll say majority are not doing. Yes, but majority are quiet. They're not opening their mouth. That is like when you see a rape and you see it happening in front of your eyes and you don't say anything about it, you are part of the problem. So these are my views. Let me know what do you think. Since all of you have been asking me about this, I decided I'll give you my thoughts. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Put your comments down below. This is me signing off. Take care.